Das ist den Propaganda Network.
Hours of this. That didn't work. That just made me cough. That was bullshit.
Yeah, I don't even know.
That was the ancient song of...
We have to do that.
We had to do that for some reason.
Now turn the... Just a little bit... Yeah, there you go.
There we go. Alright. I am Gatrick. This is Prant?
Prant.
Yes. Prant.
We have decided to switch the first parts of our names for reasons that are known only to us.
I should have actually changed that on there.
Nah.
Anyways, we're here to talk about things.
And stuff.
Several things and stuff. Well, I guess we're going to start off right here. The Buffalo video is about to come out. Not the Bills. The pre-Bills. The pre-Bills is about to come out. First, Maps 4. December 10th. Right now, it is the 1st. But it's coming up.
This is...
And voting is afoot.
Yeah, voting is afoot. We're from Shawnee, so we have no dog in this fight. But honestly,
new stadium would be pretty sweet.
A new stadium would be pretty sweet, but at the expense of what else? You know, I mean, what other things are there to be had in Oklahoma City that are being either underfunded or what else? I mean,
you always talk about that giant tower.
Yeah, but that I wouldn't want to have that built right now either. I mean, as I said, we don't have a dog in this fight, but there's a lot of aspects of this that we don't like.
Yeah.
So,
but we like the energy.
We like the energy as well, so that's why we're not talking shit and we're not really like coming out swinging for it.
Yeah.
Although it would be cool, but
yeah, on the Retro Sports YouTube channel, there is a icon in the corner for more information, which right up here, there's information. OKC.gov/government/maps4/election and voting information.
Vote how you please.
Yeah. New stadium would be pretty sweet.
We're not here to tell Oklahoma City people how to vote.
We
just our own personal opinions, smatterings therein. And what happens, happens. I mean, it's now the end of an era, or it was at least, I would say, from that last home game.
Well, we'll be at Taft Stadium for at least one more season. I'm sure they'll let us sign a waiver and keep going for one more, especially if Maps 4 passes.
If Maps 4 passes,
then yeah.
I mean, we're not going to have a problem with that. So...
November 10th.
Nov 10th.
No, 10th.
No, it's December 10th.
No, it's August. No, but there's several other things.
December 10th is everyone. So, vote as you wish.
Yeah.
We can't tell you how to vote, but...
Some changes, though. What is it? Fresno FC out. Yeah. Ottawa, suspended operations for the moment.
I'm telling you, they're going to go to the Canadian Premier League.
Think so?
Yeah. And there's not a question in my mind. There's already been, in the last couple of years, people hinting at it. People going, or people saying that, but they just want to resume the rest of their contract. But they, I think if they fold, then
let's
they
look
can
at
go
some
on
things.
That.
Yeah, keep going.
But they've got other things going on with that. What else here?
Hold on, some things changed.
Some things changed?
Yeah, there was a third team. I'll go ahead and bring it up here. working. Okay, Nashville SC, of course, because they're going to MLS. Fresno is out, and Ottawa. Suspended operations. No sanction from the United States Soccer Federation or CONCACAF. So, they're for the moment out. Now, East Bay, Queensboro, USL Chicago, they're not coming in anytime soon. So, we have 18 teams over here in the West and 16 in the East. Now, there's been plenty of sports where they didn't care if divisions or conferences were a little uneven, like AFL or even NHL. USL seems to be a little bit more of a stickler for this. Well, and I've heard speculation that perhaps to even things out, they're going to drop LA2 and maybe Portland to League One. So we have 16 in one conference, 16 in the other.
Oh, wow.
So that is possible, I suppose.
Well, do you think that they'll probably have some more expansion clubs? And they're supposed to have some more, because didn't USL Chicago get revitalized amazingly?
Hold on. Hayden R. says, thoughts on why so many younger people, especially young teens, are no longer associating themselves with sports? Video games.
Probably
No.
How people like us act. I would say. No, I'm kidding. Why so many younger people are no longer associating? Well, I think a lot of that also has to do with some of the culture that surrounds it. More and more people can't go out to stadiums where concessions are ungodly, or they just don't have any kind of connection to the team, nor do they really even care about sport. I mean, there's more people now than ever before, so
yeah,
you'll probably have about the same amount of people hanging out and checking out sports, but it'll be more and more less of the population.
Yeah,
as time goes on.
Plus, it depends on the sport you're talking about. If it's like baseball, then yeah, there was some documentary floating around YouTube. I forget what it was called, and they found like 1 in 10 young children in the Chicago area were into baseball. That's baseball.
Yeah.
And then like it was 4 to 5 out of 10 were into football, and then it varied, but a lot of reasons, I suppose.
And also, I remember even when I played Little League, baseball, basketball, football, and soccer, Little League soccer from back in the day, sports for a lot of the kids that were just trying it out, just wanting to do something with a bunch of friends, I remember, were... I remember them getting yelled at by parents, and it was like a painful experience for them. As a result of that.
Plus, if you were the fat kid too, I was the fat kid playing soccer.
Well, as a little kid, I wasn't so much. I was actually pretty athletic, but when I got to junior high, I started to get real plump. And pretty fat, and it wasn't until I got to high school that I started to actually get back into shape again. So, I played football. And that was about it. But anyways,
something about
you had a lot of that going on though, and younger levels, and that by the time a lot of kids get to be teens, they're like, fuck playing sports.
Yeah.
And it's like they pursue other interests. That's not a bad thing necessarily. Especially with some of the culture that goes on with modern day sport. It's probably not a bad thing that some of it die.
Yeah, to an extent, sure. Plus, I don't know.
There's just some really toxic culture that comes along with a lot of American sport.
Yeah, you could say that for pretty much...
Especially with a lot of the younger levels. And considering that you look at a lot of the younger levels and how it's so very ill-funded throughout a lot of the levels, with the exception of in a lot of the wealthiest places.
Yeah, a lot of pay to play.
Yeah,
it shouldn't be like that.
It's how youth sports are throughout the United States, and that's a big problem as well. They're being priced out from experiencing it. They're being priced out from being able to play it.
Plus, not only that, the attention span of people.
No,
even myself is getting less and less and less and less. Baseball again. That's a slow ass game.
Baseball's fun though. Baseball's fun to play.
Baseball is a slow game, but it probably is one of the funnest to play.
Funnest.
Yourself. Plus, if you're the fat kid, you can play that one.
Yeah.
You don't need to run for long distances.
Just be a fat kid playing football too. I mean.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I'm living proof. Anyways, what else was I thinking? What's going on here? What's next? What's happening here?
What's happening here? I don't know.
All right. Well, as far as the stadium is concerned, this maps. I really do think it is kind of a bilking. The billionaire class being able to bilk the American taxpayer, or I say American taxpayer. It's this. The people of Oklahoma City. They're now going to be on the hook for building this new stadium through. And now, of course, it's not raising taxes. But is this the bet? My question is, and the fundamental question is this the best way to get our money back for this? Are we really going to, is Oklahoma City itself really going to reap the majority of the benefits for building this thing? And the answer to that question is already a resounding no.
No. Not as far as the average person is concerned. Venue owners, the Thunder owners for the
really seems like
renovations.
That what they're trying to do is just create like a brick town south, south of the Oklahoma
I like that
City.
Concept, but I don't know, should we be paying for it though?
I don't think so. I mean, because a large majority of it is in the hands of private owners. And it's not going to, and a lot of these are based out of California, Texas, out east someplace. Majority of the builders and the so-called developers aren't from Oklahoma City, and that's who's going to reap the majority of the benefits from this. So I don't, I like what the energy does as far as with partnering with Oklahoma City Public Schools and what they do for a lot of the deal, and that's excellent.
The Energy Assist Foundation.
I'm certain.
Like
that. That's great.
Yeah, the team does do good work.
I'll never ever talk any shit on that at all. But
and I'm curious, does the Energy have the money to begin with to build a stadium without the city's help?
They certainly, I guess, could get from private donation, being able to fund a what's it called? A pop-up stadium.
Yes.
That a lot of what is it like? Phoenix has utilized along with. What's it called? Phoenix and no, San Antonio also has one of those pop-up stadiums along with but there does need to be more of a permanence to it. It's just should it be funded? Well, should it be should it be like 36 mil? And should it be outdoors? Or should it be funded by taxpayer? Should a stadium be utilized in a city where they're consolidating schools?
Yeah,
especially in a lot of the poorer districts of Oklahoma City, and
some mixed feelings.
And I know this is a deal, a shortcoming of the state. You're right, but Oklahoma City Public Schools is directly responsible for school plants, and them having to do that is as a result of budget cuts. And so it would be a better idea to create more schools, especially in those areas. And that's 36 million. That's not going to go 36 to 45 million. That, of course, isn't going to go. Or isn't that? Or is it 23 to 36?
No, yeah, I think it was more in the 20s.
Okay, well, that's that amount of money that's not going to go to.
There was option A and option B. Option B was more expensive. I think they're going with A.
But at the same time, I do understand why there are people that want this. I mean, people in our tax bracket that want it.
Mm-hmm. Plus, it would be a cool
that live in Oklahoma City,
and it's a package deal. And there was some good things.
It does feel like though everything to the south of the Oklahoma City Boulevard is going to be like Bricktown South, and it's going to be a bunch of overpriced restaurants similar to what you see around the Bricktown Canal. And I mean, they're even talking about extending the canal down to.
The positive though, I bet there's plenty of good alleys to urinate in.
I didn't think about that aspect.
There is trouble afoot.
There's probably going to be a lot of cameras though too, dude.
Yeah.
We should be wary of that. And think about it. If there is a canal, that means that the Energy wins a championship. Everybody can jump into the canal.
We could dump a bunch of green dye into the canal.
Oh, dude. if they go into a deep championship run, that's what's happening.
Oh, that'd be sweet. Yeah, I would be excited for a new stadium. But as you can tell, mixed feelings.
That and also
it's like Soros with San Diego.
The Smithsonian level museum for the American Indian Heritage Center is also not open, and that's in the responsibility of the city. And
it's been sitting over there for a while.
It would take a fraction of the amount of money to keep that open for a while.
Yeah.
So it's just, to me, there's other bigger, better things, and Oklahoma City is a place that is in desperate need of light transit or rapid transit system of some kind. But aside from the stupid, hardly used streetcars in Oklahoma City that were with Maps 3 that made a joke out of that to opponents of maps, because that's what they do. They point to that and go, "Do you want something else? This other boondoggle running around." Hey, I look pretty good in this, huh?
We need a monorail.
Monorail. No, but
maybe we do need a monorail of some sort. We need bullet trains spread across the state.
Ooh, that would be.
That'd be pretty cool.
I mean, just be able to go like out to Elk City just for the hell of it, not like on $7 and then come back.
We could go to the Black Gold Derby in Tulsa in like 15 minutes. Be there
and be like hammered. Only thing we gotta do is get off in Chandler. We can get back home.
No, buy all the beer and alcohol in Shawnee, and then go to Tulsa, because you don't want to spend money in Tulsa.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, we'll buy it in Shawnee.
And then just go find like some alleyway to go and
urinate in
and drink all the beer in and probably mess with Tulsa. And
annoy some owner, make some really obscure inside joke video, and for some reason people actually... No, I don't think so. But Hayden R., thank you for the comment. Thoughts on why so many people, especially young ones, are no longer associating themselves with sports? Multiple reasons. Multiple reasons.
Let's go to the next topic, shall we?
The next one after maps was hockey. I like hockey. Let's go ahead and bring this up.
This is you, sir.
Oh, we're gonna bring it up.
Let's go.
Well, I know Sharks, so we're gonna say let's go ahead and check out the games for today. The Wild beating the Stars. Good. I'm glad they beat the Stars. That's the Texas team. 3-2. Final in a shootout. The Bruins over the Canadiens 3-1 final, and right now you have the Oilers leading the Canucks in period 3. But let's look at the standings. Let me go ahead and bring this up. Let's do the thing. You can't really see that.
No.
Yeah, whatever.
Here, we need to... Oh, God. No.
All right, let's go ahead and check out the standings here. This is the Eastern Conference. We'll check out Atlantic Division. Bruins leading it. Panthers up there. That's good. ESPN Plus sucks so far. It's like I kind of like it, but they're not showing enough Sharks games because I want more Sharks games. I don't want to get center ice and have to pay like $300 a goddamn month but you get all the NHL games. I don't want all the NHL games. I want the fucking Sharks games, like $20, $30, $40. That's fine. But sometimes they show the Sharks games, but so anyways, but the Panthers are doing pretty good. Maple Leafs, Sabres, Canadiens, Lightning, Senators. I'm happy to see the Red Wings, Mordor. The red ring of truth, of power. No, they're 7-19-3, so that's awesome. I like that.
How are the Flames doing this season?
Floms?
Yeah.
Hold on, let me make this. See what people are... That...
Yeah, no, okay.
Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so you got the Bruins, the Panthers, Maple Leafs, Sabres, Canadiens, Lightning, Senators, Red Wings, so on and so forth. The Metro Division, let's see.
That's in
the Blue Jackets. I'm still mad at the Penguins. Yeah, this is the East. We want... All right, you got the Blues leading the Central Division. The Blues, Man.
That's so sad. Alexa, play Gloria.
Anyways, let's get to our teams here.
Oh, no.
My!
I see now why the old Calgary Flames.
13, 12, and 4. My Sharks rebounding. See, we had a very rough start. We had to go on the road against Vegas, come home against Vegas, and both times the Knights kicked the shit out of us. Very rough start.
Man.
Let's take a deeper look here.
Oh, God. Fuck you, Oilers.
Yeah, I was cool with the Oilers for a while because, again, our affiliation, the Barons' affiliation with Edmonton.
They're dicks.
Plus, I got to see him play the Stars.
Hate
That was
those
pretty
guys.
cool.
They all need to die.
Let's see.
Gone with them. Gone with them.
Okay, so we beat you 3-1 right there. We beat you
Yeah,
3-1.
I see that. Thank you.
And then after that,
Man.
hold on.
Stop.
Hold on. Okay, we haven't played you again. We'll play you right here. Right, we'll go ahead and beat you like. How about 3-2?
No, it won't happen. It'll be a 2-0 victory in the Flames.
I don't know
The
about
Flames will
that.
be the team. Oh,
The
man, that team's
the
good.
Oilers.
They fired their coach too. I mean, what the hell are we gonna do? This is a bunch of bullshit.
Check out the Sharks. All right.
I don't even know what the hell happens with
Now-
them and the Blues.
With the Sharks, as you can see right here, it also says 3-1
Oh, but wait a minute.
over the Flames on the
Oh.
13th.
Let's go down. 11-21. Wait.
See, and then we beat the Dukes
Oh God.
and the Red Rings,
And let's see here.
Damn
you
it.
guys played
and we beat the Kings.
the Kings, and now let's see. Was
The
there,
Kings.
Was there a game on December 1st?
Yesterday we beat the Peyotes 4-2.
Nice.
So
Damn it! It looks like the Sharks might be going to the playoffs,
we always go to the playoffs and then choke terribly.
and then the Flames are gonna go to the playoffs and then do the same exact thing.
The same exact thing.
And who's it gonna be that wins the Stanley Cup this year?
It's gonna be someone stupid.
I don't know either.
It's gonna be like the Oilers out of the blue, or the Bruins or something, or
the Islanders. That would suck. That's
Our
like not them. The Rangers should be the one then.
our teams suck in the postseason.
Yeah. They always choke. Bad. Really bad. I can't believe it's not butter. I can't believe it's not butter. I can't believe it's not.
Okay, but do you get the concept of power plays and icing and all of that?
Miller McCallum. No. All right, enough of this. All right, so what else are we going to and we're back.
And we're back. I'm good enough. I'm smart enough.
And
doggone it, people like me.
Okay.
There it is. Okay.
What else we got?
I don't know. I'm still Sharks. If you don't go to the playoffs and then
They're
win the
probably gonna
conference,
get it.
no, and then win the Stanley Cup, I will be totally in favor of just completely gutting the team. Everyone, Jones, Thornton, everyone, just start over now, please.
Patrick,
Just-
they're gonna eat it. They're both gonna eat it. This is the
And-
part of the season where they both eat it.
And we really would like pro hockey back in the city.
Yeah.
That would
That
be
would be
nice.
cool.
The Blazers, bring the Barons back from Bakersfield. I don't care. I like that. We actually do need to go cover a junior Blazers game for shits and giggles because I was watching some.
You think Bob Funk is if like the energy gets really big he'll use that in order to fund a new hockey team in Oklahoma City.
He could. Well, we have a new convention center being built, and that was the issue as to why that didn't happen. Because there was no place to play. We couldn't play at Cox. We couldn't play at Chesapeake.
Well, what do you think they're going to do? Well,
so if we do get a new convention center, it's like, hey, hockey guys, if there's pro hockey, I'm sorry, I'm going to start going to that. Hockey is amazing live. That's a great sport live.
Especially when
you get all drunk.
Oklahoma City Blazers, and they have like an Art Deco stadium, which needs to happen. I'm telling you right now.
Anyways, the Thunder.
They're doing.
We're in full-blown rebuild mode.
We're doing pretty mediocre this season. Understandably, though. We inexplicably got rid of our best player last season.
I thought he wanted to go. Westbrook?
Yeah.
It was like, hey, we beat the Pelicans today, 107-104. So, there's something.
They did win today. That is true. I remember seeing that on my phone on the way up here.
Hold on. Let me put this back up here. Bam. The East. The Bucks, 17-3.
Oh, what? They're over the Milwaukee? No, not those guys. See, and now look at how
we have the Nikes.
Well, look at the Bulls, man. They're 6-14. The Detroit Pistons are 7-13 right now. And then you got below that. Here, go below that.
It don't go below that.
Oh, go to Western Conference. I apologize.
Wow. All right. I don't even want to look.
Lakers. Oh.
Oh, we went up.
I can't believe the Suns are up there. And then you got the okay. Wait, go up.
No, the Suns need that. They have been a pathetic franchise for a while. Even old ladies getting mad at you at like City Hall. No.
That's pretty funny. Oh, I remember seeing that, and it's like no. Here, go up. Let's see who's. Was it the Lakers, the Denver Nuggets, and then the Clippers? Oh man. See, I think the Clippers should go to San Diego.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there are plenty of Clippers fans in LA, but that does logically make sense. They started in San Diego, go back to San Diego.
Take them back to San Diego. Well, now that there's not football in San Diego, despite the fact there should be.
There should be.
I thought bring the NBA there because it's like what else is there?
Right?
Because the only thing they have right now is what MLB.
They have the Padres, and then hockey. They have the San Diego Gulls, but that's AAA. Major League.
It's the Padres.
They have the Padres, and they have the San Diego Pit Bulls of the Dodgeball Association. Yeah, aside.
Major sport, Patrick.
Okay, aside from the Padres, I don't think they have.
That's it.
They have other things, but major pro, no. Padres. Well, let's see. They don't have basketball. Well, San Diego, 1904, but
it was a whale's vagina.
No, I don't think that's what that means. No, yes.
That's exactly what it meant. Remember. Anyways, let's see here. But enough of that. Let's go back over to whales' vaginas.
The Thunder 8-11 at the moment, sitting at 10th. Ooh, the Kings 8-10, better. I am from California. I have a little bit of a soft spot for the Kings plus Charlotte because I thought that I liked Charlotte when I was a little kid with the blue colors and the Hornet logo. I like that, so I have a soft spot for them. I'm a Thunder fan, but
for Charlotte,
yeah, we're
green, dude.
No, the hell, right here, Hornets.
That's the
all that teal because around that same time you had the San Jose Sharks that popped up, and teal was kind of a popular color, and Charlotte had it, and then Jacksonville decided to use it as an expansion team.
Oh yeah,
back in the 90s.
I remember that was a big one back in the day. Like yeah, and just Jacksonville did use that.
But I'm glad that the Hornets aren't complete ass and that the Kings aren't complete trash as well. Thunder.
The Timberwolves.
That's
Thunder
funny,
get
the
here.
Warriors. What's going on here?
They're getting their
They
asses
still
kicked.
have Curry. And they have... Oh, Spellman. Well, they suck this year.
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening here
Man,
anymore.
LeBron is out there.
Doing things, right?
Yeah. It's LeBron out there doing things. That's all they do. See, he was like 36 million in Cleveland's economy. You know?
He probably fucking was.
Could you imagine such a thing? Do you think that the government will pay for all of this? I hope so. What do you think? Do you think the government should pay for our website? Like every time we make one, it's like
Yes.
$100,000 for each of us.
Yes.
They should retro.
This is how you get free government money. Quick, go get that suit I have with the question marks on it.
Oh yeah, that one.
That would be great.
And we need to go find that dude, and he can give us free government money for our live stream that we use, because we would like to have free government money. Free government money. Free government money. Free
That's right.
government money.
Free government money. Free government money. And more beer. Free government money.
Free government money.
Anyways. Football.
Where are we? NCAA?
Yes. Nissa. Football. All right, this is the part where you get to rant and gloat and talk to your heart's content about... Hold on, let me bring it up. Right there. There it is.
Is that inside of the thing?
Now, pour your heart out on how things and such have unfolded, and that in which is the timeline of reality.
You see, that is the supremacy clause of Oklahoma. Once again, OU is on top, and the only thing they got to do is beat Baylor and hope Oregon beats the crap out of Utah. And then they're probably in the national championship conversation, because that's all that has to happen. But Baylor's going to be a tough team to beat twice, especially considering they almost beat us when we played them down in Waco. Although, yeah, I will admit, it's still pretty impressive that the school's largest comeback in history occurred. But it's always great to have a win over OSU. It's just because Nebraska is no longer a part of the they're no longer a part of the Big 12. They don't play OU every year since the inception of the Big 12, which I think was a mistake. Because the SEC, when they moved to two divisions, they still had one rival that you played every year out of the other division. The Big 12, on the other hand, you only played 3, and it was like it was a scheduled 3 every year. But it wasn't. You never had like one that you played every year out of the North, and it probably would have helped the Big 12 in doing something like that.
Has there ever been a Bedlam sack race?
Like where there was a potato sack race where people were running and stuff?
Yes.
Yeah, probably. More than likely. I would say out of the two student bodies within maybe the first 30 years of the inception of Bedlam. Or the inception of both universities. Why do you ask such a exact question of such fortitude?
Well, because it would be cool if they had a sack race. And if at some point the cowboy mascot just started unloading his guns everywhere, and then a schooner just was like, wow!
That would be funny. That should happen more often. They should just, you know how like the Sooner schooner crashed earlier this season?
It did?
Yeah, I think it was against West Virginia.
Is there a video of that we can watch?
Yeah.
Hold that.
Okay. You didn't know that?
No, that's great. I love that.
I think it was against West Virginia. I just remember it was when we were up in Black Mesa.
Against who?
2019. There was numerous ones. Out in your yard overnight. In the dark.
Do you miss Halloween already?
Yes, I miss Halloween every time this time rolls around.
This one.
I think that's it. Yep.
Watch this indeed.
He took this turn way too quickly, way too sharp. Yep.
Yes.
And that was and it was like from that point on, it's like the season kind of got cursed. Until last weekend. No, the horses were fine. And it seems like everybody else was okay. But he took that turn too quickly. And too sharp. And that's the best part. They vandalized the field, ladies and gentlemen. They vandalized the field. What's going on here? What's next?
Take it. So, you were victorious against the Coup Boys.
Yes, yeah, the Cowboys were vanquished, and for yet another year, balance and order is restored in the state of Oklahoma. And if I had my tower, then it would be lit up in crimson and cream this evening and for the next week. And probably in time for the Big 12 championship. Anyways, the Saints have been doing excellent.
I'm not happy about this part. All right, let us go ahead and take a look at what is it? We're going to go ahead and take a look at Week 13 and make some predictions for 14 just for fun. We don't really keep track, but whatever. 13, of course, Thanksgiving. The Bears over the Lions. Hold on.
I watched that game in Yukon, Oklahoma. I had a lot of fun doing it over at my aunt's house. All right, well,
okay,
there we go.
Anyways, yep, Thanksgiving. Did you have a good Thanksgiving?
I did. I had a very good Thanksgiving. I had an excellent Thanksgiving.
Did you eat way, way, way too much?
I ate a crap ton of food and a lot of dessert afterwards.
My stomach hurt later. It was, yes.
But I also had a good Thanksgiving upon seeing my beloved Saints destroying their arch rivals, the Turtle Doves from hot Atlanta, because it is hot there.
No, we have the Bears over the Lions, 24-20. The Bills over the Cowboys. A lot of people we know aren't going to be happy about that.
Glad to see that, though.
I'm surprised the Bills are doing this well. Surely they will fuck all of this up at some point. And as you mentioned, the Saints over the Falcons, 26-18. A fairly solid win. I would call that a fairly solid win.
Yeah,
that's not bad.
I think the Saints are going to make. I think the Saints are very, very. They're very much Super Bowl material this year. I really think this has a good vibe to it, man. This has a good feeling. I could just feel it. It's 10 years on. Here we are again.
You don't think you guys are going to get screwed in the playoffs by some bad player call?
No, well, the Rams aren't in it this time, so.
Saints victorious. The Tits over the Colts, 31-17.
Yeah.
The Niners getting beat finally again. Ravens 20.
I knew the Ravens were
going
to
to
win
win fire.
that. Yeah, I knew the Ravens were going to win that. Let's see here. The Jets and the Bengals. The Bengals finally get their first win of the season.
The Bungles 22-6 over the Jets.
Let's see what else we got here. We got the Browns lost
to the Steelers 20-13. The Browns.
My boy Baker Mayfield has been vanquished again.
They beat the Steelers a few weeks ago, actually. So it's kind of an even series with them.
No, but still.
This one is great. The Dolphins beat the... Give me the microphone. The Dolphins, can you hear me? Beat the Eagles.
Oh, yeah.
37-31. That's great. And I hate the Dolphins.
OU
OU can win the Super Bowl. That is amazing. I love that right there. Right there. Look at that. Look at that. Dolphins 37, Eagles 31.
Oh no.
That's amazing.
There's the Redskins.
The Skins actually getting a victory 29-21 over the Panthers. Panthers, Cam not around. The Skins terrible, but pulling it out.
Man.
Packers!
Yeah, the Packers!
Packers!
Woo, yeah! Packers win the Super Bowl! Or no, they just defeat. Yes, thank you. The Packers! They win the Super Bowl!
It's like the 96 Super Bowl all over.
Oh, yeah.
Patriots, it even says Bledsoe. We're going to avenge that shit. Yeah.
The Packers have won 16 Super Bowls.
I hate the Packers.
Lawns are illegal in Wisconsin.
But they did beat the Giants, so you know what? That's all right. I hate the Giants, too. 31-13 over the Giants. The Bucks beating the Saxonville, which I don't even think they deserve that.
Wait,
name
what?
Anymore.
Oh.
Bucks, right here.
Oh, I see. All right. It's the Florida Challenge. That's what they should call that.
It's the Florida Derby.
The Florida Challenge. You just call it the Florida Challenge because how can you get out of Florida where you're not in jail? I almost went to jail the first time I went to Florida for shooting fireworks out of a hotel at 13 stories. Or 14. And then they kicked us out of the hotel and we had to go sleep on the beach. I was 19.
I was trying to do this Sovereign's voice from Venture Brothers. Anyways, the Rams beating the Cardinals 34-7. Now the thing about the Cardinals are a weird team because
I'm not happy about that.
I think they're going to be
Arizona can pull that off.
I think they're going to be a threat in the next few years because they're not a terrible team. When they lose, blowouts happen. But
would you see a bright, young, snappy quarterback going back there for the Cardinals and trying to make a franchise out of him, and then maybe getting a couple of good wide receivers by trading down in the draft?
That could happen. Because, I mean, they're not a terrible team. Look at this. Watch. Blah, blah, blah. Cardinals. It's like this isn't completely preseason aside. Let's see. They tied the Lions. Okay. They lost to the Ravens. But they didn't get their asses kicked, and the Ravens are pretty good. That's 23-17. They lost to the Panthers 38-20, and who was the passing? Oh, Kyle Allen. All right, well, they should not have lost that game. But, they blew it against Seattle. But, of course, they beat the Bungles. They beat the Falcons. They beat the Giants, as they should. They lose
game I wanted you to lose.
To the Saints, 31-9, and that makes sense because the Saints are pretty dangerous. Look how close they kept it with the 49ers.
And then the Bucks.
And the Bucks, that was close. Niners again, very close. I don't know what happened today
I
against
hope
the
the
Rams.
Cardinals kick the crap out of the Steelers, though.
But
That'd
I
be
feel
great.
like the Cardinals are going to be dangerous in a couple of years if they retain this roster to an extent.
Okay.
Or if they get that
really,
franchise quarterback. I think Arizona's going to be dangerous.
I do think that they need to have a franchise quarterback that they need to get out of college, and there's several of them this year to choose from that they could use now. But they're not going to do that. They're going to be like the Saints, and they're not going to be sure what the fuck they've got just as their backup whenever Drew Brees goes out, inexplicably, because he just wants to go on vacation in the middle of the season with Gisele Bundchen.
But the remainder of their games, they could actually win. They have a chance against the Steelers. The Steelers aren't all that
Drew Brees
great.
goes on vacations with Tom Brady's wife.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, he does.
That does not happen. Tom Brady would kick his ass.
No, Tom Brady has to allow it. Tom Brady got caught.
The only way that
4
would happen.
years ago, digging in the fridge, eating cookie dough. All right. And ever since then, Gisele hasn't forgiven him. So she goes and parties and celebrates Christmas with Drew Brees.
If that's true, it only happens because the GOAT allows it to happen. Otherwise, he would probably pay some dude like Punisher to go out there and break Drew Brees' hands
Gisele
and make him
laid
cry.
down the law when they first got married, and that was exactly why that Drew Brees is, doing the old horizontal mambo.
That's hogwash.
Yeah.
That's hogwash.
It's happening, man. Drew Brees is doing everything in his power. He's spraying.
We're talking about the Cardinals.
He's spraying a big wash right now.
He is doing no such thing.
He's taking that thing to the car wash right now as we speak.
I don't like this
he's
anymore.
He's letting that air dry that shit.
He still doesn't have as many Super Bowl rings.
Doesn't matter, man. I think Drew Brees is going to get himself one more, and then he's going to retire as a champion.
She wants champions.
Yeah, somebody that can retire as one, though. Drew Brees is still a champion, but he's going to retire as a winner. And it's his year, man. It's been 10 years since the last one. We're thirsty for more. Booyah.
Thirsty for more postseason fuck-ups.
Man, I hope not.
You guys are like
I hope
the
not.
Vikings. You know that?
Man, you're telling me. There's been so many times. But, hell, we've actually... Oh, wait, no, the Vikings have. Haven't they?
They haven't played yet. They play tomorrow on.
No.
Dun, 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 dun,
No, I'm talking about Vikings have... They play on... Or they haven't won a Super Bowl, have they?
Not in oh dear God, not in forever and a day. I know they've appeared in them, but I don't remember the last time they've won a Super Bowl. It's been a terribly long time. Anyways, the Chiefs spanked the Raiders 40-9. The Broncos somehow managing a win over the Chargers 23-20. The Texans over the Patriots 28-22. I'm not happy about this, but you have to understand about 30% of the team caught the flu. Seriously, you guys. I'm not joking. They were sick.
Oh, what?
That was actually a pretty big comeback. They never won a championship. Okay, the Vikings have never won a championship, but I know they've been in Super Bowls on a couple of occasions at least. Skull Vikings. But we had the flu. That's why we lost to the Texans, okay? That just happens. We have to rebound next week against the Chiefs. We rebound against the Chiefs. This next game against the Chiefs is basically going to tell us whether the Patriots are, going to appear in the conference championship or if they're going to go to the Super Bowl and win the fucking thing. And this is a pretty important game. It's going to tell us a lot. Anyways, you got the Vikings against the Seahawks.
You got Fran Tarkenton out there, and he's one scrambling motherfucker. So, I mean, there's a picture of Fran right there, scrambling.
That's black and white. That must be old.
Well, yeah, but he's still in that kind of shape. Fran Tarkenton's going to go out there and run against the Purple People leader offense. He's going to run out there and be able to have about 5 or 6 distinct plays at his disposal that all have offensive wrinkles inside of them, especially this really interesting wheel route.
I don't think that's...
Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. What year is this? Oh, I'm sorry. This is not 1966. Although this is retro sports. And we are
Sports of the future,
Sports
Terminator.
of the future.
Are you watching this right now?
Yeah, is anybody watching this?
Is
at all?
anybody
Is anybody
anywhere?
taking us seriously? Alright, next. What's next?
That was the end.
That was it?
That was it. No, in the
We got
thumb.
Frank Tarkenton.
Hold on, let's look up NISA Division 3 of soccer, because I put that in the thumb, but we haven't talked about it. Let's go ahead and see what the hoo-ha is all about.
Oh, what? California United won the West Coast?
West Coast champions, California United.
Oh, that's awesome. And then the East Coast champions, Miami FC.
Let's look at the standings.
Alright.
What mayhem is this?
Stumptown Athletic.
What the fuck is this? Okay, we have the Eastern. Hold on, let's go ahead and show you.
Stumptown.
Okay.
That sounds familiar.
We have the Eastern Conference, the Western Conference, and then power
Oh,
standings.
dude, Oakland Roots. That's awesome.
They didn't win a game.
Oh, they should, though. They should also have their own stadium. It should be really nice with white seats all through it, along with some of the gold ones.
Let's go to Wikipedia. Let's look at the
Find
teams.
Oakland Roots.
Atlanta.
I don't think I've ever seen that one before. I don't know why I suddenly start talking like Eugen Sandow.
What the fuck is a Stumptown? They're from Matthews, Carolina.
That's right.
North Carolina.
I've heard that from.
Stumptown.
Stumptown is like, I think, like Raleigh or the Raleigh area.
Raleigh. Raleigh. How do you say that one place from Louisiana? Bossier City, Shreveport?
Bossier.
Bossier?
Yeah.
Bossier City, Shreveport. Bossier. The hell is this?
It's French.
Oh yeah, the Cosmos. The Cosmoses are in the NISA. They're in NISA, and I think the Philadelphia Fury.
Uniondale. Where the hell is that?
Who?
Where's Uniondale, New York?
Nassau County, New York.
Go down. Oh no.
No, this will not do it all. Is it in Buffalo?
No, it's not in Buffalo, thankfully.
That's good.
But that doesn't mean it's... I don't know. Long Island's pretty bad. I don't have a whole lot of experience there, but I've heard a lot of bad stories about people from Long Island. You don't want to go there unless you're from there.
Or it's going to be bad?
Well, it's full of rich, bougie people from New York City. And that's the island. That's how they refer to it, is the island. People from Manhattan, Staten Island, the Bronx, that's always the island. It's funny, though. What are we going to do?
I don't know. I think that was the last of it. Let's go ahead and... where
It's
is
almost
the
done.
list? Oh, to do.
Dodo?
To do. Okay, let's go ahead and look at to do real quick, and then we'll wrap this... all the shenanigans. It is defunct NFL team season. Buffalo, I know I said this on the last live stream that, yeah, it would be out in like a week, and it's been like a month since then. It's really close. It's really close. Just give me a second. It's almost done.
Everything's okay.
But then after that, requests. We got several requests, slurring, for the defunct NFL team, or defunct team is in general. Up next, we have the Dallas Texans, then the Chicago Tigers, the Cleveland Force, which is an indoor soccer league team, the Miami Seahawks, the Syracuse Pros, and the Pottsville Maroons, requested by a variety of people. You will be getting a shout-out for each of these videos. I will make those. Just give me time. I have life and kids and stupid work and, well, Sugar Bear's sweet, but work.
It's quite the ordeal.
It is.
being alive these days. We don't know half the time who or where we are.
All the leaves are brown.
All the leaves are brown.
And the sky is gray.
And the sky is gray.
California something, something, something. On a something day. All the birds are something, and the skies are still gray, 'cause why wouldn't they be? California weed is really good. We should take some dabs. This is all. California.
California dreaming on such a winter's day.
I want to do like a smoke bomb effect, like.
Okay, ready. On such a winter's day.
Turn the fan off. I don't know. Is there anyone watching this? What are you doing? Why?
We're not even that good.
We're not even that good at this. There's other things that.
I can't do the smoke bomb effect.
Drugs are pretty cool.
I gotta go downstairs and get something to drink. Wherever the hell that might be. Even I'm not very sure where we are at.
I don't know. It's. The Patriots are gonna beat Kansas City.
I would agree with that.
It's gonna be the tell. That's gonna be the tell.
And the
If
Saints
we
will
can
come out there and they will win the game for everyone. They're gonna beat both the Patriots and Kansas City at the same time. Like in the middle of like a 3rd and 13, Patrick Mahomes gets the ball snapped to him and he starts to roll out, and then suddenly the entirety of the New York Saints defense comes out there to tackle Patrick Mahomes.
Did you say the New York Saints?
No, yeah, I did. The New Orleans Saints. Sorry, that was a stupid mistake. And then they go out there.
I hate this scenario even more now.
And
a coalition of the New Orleans Saints.
Yes, it will be a coalition against Patrick Mahomes, trying to make sure that we inevitably get him to start taking LSD on the field.
No.
That and all of the Rams players, because I'm still salty about last year.
Fair enough. As far as the Super Bowl team this year, it's gonna
be the Saints.
Right there.
The Saints will win. They are going to win the Super Bowl. Tom Brady will retire.
We're going to clone him over and over again.
Brady will retire,
and we won't trade any of the clones. Ever.
He will be defeated in the Super Bowl by Drew Brees' Saints, who will be victorious.
Drew Brees is a supervillain whose power is bees, and he will retire before Tom Brady.
That's impossible.
He will retire before Tom Brady.
Tom Brady graduated college in '98.
You know the guy that played Kylo Ren in Star Wars? He will retire from acting before Tom Brady.
Doubtful. I'm not saying the Patriots are awful. I'm just saying that it's without a good backup quarterback, and the Saints have the same problem.
We'll just get Garoppolo back.
Well, we're gonna get that one.
Stairway
guy.
to 7,
and
baby.
That other guy.
Stairway to 7.
Don't worry, the Saints will be winning the Super Bowl this year. And did we include anything about the Energy's new coach, or were we just gonna?
Oh no, we glossed over the fuck out of that. Holy hell!
We're just gonna link up to.
You know what? Go ahead and rewind to that real quick. We're gonna have to talk about that at least real quick. What was it? Energy's
new coach. Just find a picture of that dude and put him in there.
All the leaves are
hollow.
John Pascarella?
Yeah.
All right, let's put this
He
up.
has a pretty good, from what I see.
How? Energy FC appoints John Pascarella as head coach. Now let's look at this. Oklahoma City Energy FC is pleased to announce John Pascarella as the new head coach ahead of the 2020 USL Championship season. Pascarella is the third coach in the club's 7-year history. Jimmy, if you're listening, we love you. Come back, please. Whatever we did, we're sorry. We will do things to you.
For you.
Same thing. It's not dirty. I'm not saying anything dirty. Why does it have to go that way?
Because it usually does.
It usually does. We couldn't be more excited for John to join our club, said old Bob Funky Funk. Sir Smokes a Lot.
Yeah, Bob Funkadelic Jr.
John has not only has an impressive resume, but everyone he's worked with speaks very highly about him. That's good. I'm happy about that. It became clear early in our discussions that John has a vision with the Energy FC, both on and off the pitch, and we look forward to building a winning culture with him. Well, we better.
Yeah, we'd better, because this is ridiculous.
2 years, no playoffs.
Well, what I want to see them do is just get rid of Jonathan Brown.
I don't know why we got him back from Hartford.
I was hoping we would be rid of him forever.
I'd rather have Craven back. Pascarella arrives at Energy FC from Minnesota United FC of Major League Soccer, where he was an assistant coach since January 2018. Prior to his time in Minnesota, Pascarella managed the Des Moines Menace of the USL League Two during the 2017 season and has won assistant and goalkeeper coach at Sporting Kansas City. Wait. Oh, he was. I thought it was one. And was an assistant and goalkeeper coach at Sporting Kansas City from 09 to 016, winning the MLS Cup in 2013 and the US Open Cup in 2012 and 2015. Exactly. That's those are good omens.
Yeah.
We burnt some offerings and we have good omens.
Well, but he also played in Peru. But this guy's an American. This is the first American we've ever hired. And it seems like, from what I hear, he's able to build a good rapport with his players. He's able to build a good culture with the fans. So I hope this guy does really, really well. I hope he builds a team that's able to kick some ass in the Western Conference this next season. That way, whenever we go to, whether or not that Maps 4 falls through or if it makes it, we'll have this guy probably to guide us to the new stadium. And we can only hope. Played professional soccer for 9 seasons in Peru.
Pascarella played professional soccer for 9 seasons in 9 seasons in the United States and Peru before beginning his coaching career at the University of Maryland in '98. Okay. He also spent time with the Northern Virginia Royals of USL League Two and Virginia U.S. Olympic Development Program. Pascarella earned a Bachelor's of Science in Exercise Science from Penn State University and holds a UEFA A license and a United States Soccer Federation license as well. The club plans to formally unveil Pascarella at a press conference in the coming weeks. More details regarding the press conference will be announced at a later date. I don't know why I did that voice here. Say something. Spaghetti.
This press conference will be happening this Sunday. Kids tickets are just $5.
Should we twit that?
What?
Is that what that is, a twit?
Yeah, that's Twitter.
That's a twit. Like,
You can tweet that. If you wanted to tweet that. You can tweet it. Everyone can tweet. Everyone tweets these days. But next decade, we'll find out that Twitter was actually some sort of mind control device. I'm pretty sure it is. We're a sports blog.
We have opinions on things.
We're a sports blog. Okay, it's hot in here, man.
Yeah,
But it's kind of cold outside, so... Well,
what the hell is with your heater? What? My house is cold. Your house is too damn hot.
I think it's something to do with physics and particles and air matter or something. I'm pretty sure. What the hell happened here?
I'm from Australia.
Do Australians all have their hair in such a ridiculous and disheveled manner?
Yeah. Have you ever seen Yahoo Serious?
No. Man. I thought we decided that Carrot Top was a much better comedian than Yahoo Serious. You know?
Does it really matter?
Yes, it does. A lot. For reasons. Alright, well, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. This is the final Retro Sports before the giant vote. So, who knows what we'll do. I don't know. As I said, Go Energy. We hope they do well. And, we're going to be back in Go God. It's coming back again. It's like the London fog or something. We don't know. We don't know what's happening.